My name is Daniel Garcia, Operations Manager for Advanced Excavations. We provide civil construction services to subdivisions throughout Perth, as well as to service authorities such as Western Power, Water Corporation, ATCO, Department of Transport. We've been in operation for 36 years, started in 1988 by my dad, Gus Garcia. We have depots from Perth up to Broome and operate through the Northwest Kimberley also. Kobelco was our choice of machinery just because of their reliability. They were a solid product with a good price point. We bought our first Kobelco machineries in the early 2000s. We have everything ranging from the SK17 for minor works on some of the water projects and gas projects, ranging all the way up to the SK210, which we're using on some of the civil subdivisions to install, the dig trenches for the water and gas and minor earthworks. We purchased the SK135SR. It's a good mid-range machine for the type of work that we do. It's compact enough that we can get into tight places without worrying about what's around us too much and causing some damage to the machine itself and also to the areas that we're working in. It's also just a good rate of productivity for what we require. Yes, it's another 135SR, so this will be our third one at the moment, two delivered in the last 2 years, and we have a 2011 model which I think is a -2 model.
My name's Chris. I've been here nearly 6.5 years since I've worked up north and came back here and been working with Daniel. I got the opportunity to get this machine, and yeah, it's a really good machine. The hydraulics are good, machine flue's really good. Well, you got the design, like, more space, for us bigger sort of blokes, when you got smaller blokes, there's a bit more room for them, but bigger blokes like me and other people that operate it, we got heaps more room, and yeah, everything's really good and really smooth, so it's good.
We've got a few of those 55s. I think we're up to about 4 of the SK55s at the moment. They're a good machine for working around services. We use them a lot on our cable laying crews, underground power crews. Lift right, we've been dealing with since they took over the Kobelco. Been dealing with Michael Adamson from there. He contacts me on the regular. He's a good guy. We actually have a lot in common. Michael's a gun, really, on all the aspects of the Kobelco lineup. We were in Japan with Kobelco for a trip over there to see some of the factories, and some of the questions he asked, like, I think he was keeping the Kobelco guys on their toes, so he just sort of knew everything that was going on there. So when I'm talking to him about machineries and my potential options, he really does give you like what he believes is the best bang for your buck, and you're going to utilize that machine the best for what it's for, So recently we were juggling up between the SK85 and the SK75, and he gave me a bit of a breakdown between the two. The SK75 was a better fit for what we were looking for, and we went with that, and I don't think he's going to be wrong there. So the most important thing to us is that backup support, being able to pick up the phone, call your rep or call the dealership and just sort of nut out some issues if there are any issues with the machine. Servicing, they're pretty reliable on booking in a service, getting the equipment and getting out to site in a reasonable time frame. Our SK55 here on site is getting serviced today, and I only sent the service request through on Tuesday, and they wanted to do it yesterday, but I said no, so it's too early. So, so it's good to have the dealer behind you, backing you up and making sure that your machines are working, because in this climate we need them to keep working, otherwise you're just falling behind every day. We've trialled a few different machines in between Kobelcos, but we've always had the majority of our machines Kobelcos and pretty much 100% Kobelco at the moment. Yeah, they're a reliable machine and they just keep getting better with every iteration of their models.